I love the idea of this narrative of going on to like a strange planet and just the mystery of what's to come, kind of, you know. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today's film I'm going to be watching is Forbidden Planet. So this one, I know Lizzie Nielsen is in it, who I'm not really familiar with in comedies, specifically the Naked Gun film. So it's going to be quite strange, but also fascinating seeing him in a non-comedy film. So I know this is a classic science fiction, but I don't really know anything about the premise. I'm just assuming they go to some kind of strange land, hence the title Forbidden Planet. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. With that said, let's watch Forbidden Planet. This has that classic, old school kind of science fiction, unorthodox situation music playing.
In the final decade of the 21st century, men and women in rocket ships landed on the moon. Almost at once, there followed the discovery of hyperdrive, through which the speed of light was first attained and later greatly surpassed. Began the conquest and colonization of deep space.
Colonization of deep space.
On a special mission to the planetary system of the great main sequence star, Altair.
All right, take it away.
Aye, aye, sir.
Shit, is that Leslie? That Leslie?
We'll drop. All right, good.
It's so weird not seeing him without grey hair.
All hands square away to decelerate. Ship's beeper will, as usual, sound 10 times after lights dim. Come on, Doc. As you'll recollect from your briefing lectures, this is an Earth-type planet.
Oh no.
Years ago, the spacecraft Bellerophon landed here.
Looks like a UFO ship.
Another one of them new worlds. No beer, no women, no pool parlors, nothing.
Oxygen content, 4.7 richer than Earth standard.
Why does something tell me they're going to miscalculate that? Can it detect for life signs?
But there are no cities, ports, roads, bridges, dams. There's just no sign of civilization at all.
Spaceship, identify yourself. You're being tracked.
Cut me in, please. United Planets Cruiser C-57D, J.J. Adams commanding. Who are you?
Morbius of the Bellerophon.
Who?
Edward Morbius.
For.
Let me repeat, I'm in no sort of difficulty here. Your best procedure will be to turn back at once without landing. To set down on this planet, I warn you that I cannot be answerable for the safety of your ship or
There you
your
go.
crew.
Just supply me with landing coordinates.
That could be the Rocky parachute.
Morbius,
All clear, sir.
Aye, aye, sir. Hey, what's this dust coming?
What the fuck? Well, someone was expecting them, so maybe other people detected them as well, or other things, or...
Driver must be a mad.
Jeez, I would go with caution. I wouldn't just walk straight up. Would be a little off-putting seeing that.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen. I am to transport you to the residence. Do not speak English. I am at your disposal with 187 other languages along.
Is it a male or a female?
In my case, sir, the question is totally without meaning.
I think that cook, he was in Last Train from Gun Hill.
Will please fasten their seat belts.
Looks after us like a mother.
If you gentlemen will go in, you're
Is that
expected.
the guy who they were talking to, I assume?
No ambition beyond a modest measure of seclusion should out of a clear sky find himself besieged by an army of fellow creatures. I'll show you how this works.
It's not the most graceful, but
One
seems
is
efficient.
Can reproduce identical molecules in any shape or quantity.
It's a housewife's dream.
Well, tremendously strong, of course. He could quite easily topple his house off its foundation.
Long hands. Might such a tool be
Yeah.
a deadly weapon?
Point this thing at that Althea frutex out there on the terrace. Fire. Point it at the commander.
You're trusting it now. You barely know this man. Just say he's not lying.
Right between the fire. If I were to allow that to continue, he would blow every circuit in his body.
Yet this robot of yours is beyond the combined resources of all Earth's physical science.
Maybe you,
They're more advanced than this planet.
Robbie and myself. I had Robbie install the steel shutters before I realized how altogether safe I am here. Oh, the first year was out. They had every man and woman of them, succumbed to a sort of a planetary force here.
And just how do you account for your immunity, Dr. Marbian?
My wife and I differed from the others only in our special love for this new world, in our
There's no record of any wife on the Bellerophon rolls.
chemistry.
Did they have a choice to go back?
And I were married by the skipper on the voyage here.
Just what were the symptoms of all those other deaths?
Commander. One by one, in spite of every safeguard, my co-workers were torn literally limb from limb.
By what?
By some devilish thing that never once showed itself.
Or maybe they think he killed all the people.
Only in night. Alta. Alta, I specifically asked you not to join us for lunch. And Farmer, my daughter.
How do you do?
I so terribly wanted to meet a young man, and now three of them at once.
Could this N1 get you some coffee?
Oh, I'm quite able to get it, thank you.
He follows her anyway.
I don't feel free to discuss the shortcomings of a fellow officer, but any girl or woman who lets him get her alone, anywhere.
Say he's probably the worst of the three.
I've explained to them that you have my permission to visit Earth whenever you choose.
Earth,
Really?
I...
I don't fully trust the father. Holy shit.
No, no, watch.
He's as tame as a kitten.
Outside of the range of my daughter's influence, it's still a deadly wild beast.
Circumstances may keep us here for a while.
Circumstances.
Yes, you see, my orders don't quite seem to cover the Bellerophon fatalities.
Just, what is involved in your making contact with Earth base?
Well, fundamentally, it's a question of crude power. Very obliging of you, sir.
Say there's stuff he doesn't want him to see. That's why he's
Look out there,
so
Commander.
eager for them to leave.
I dug those graves with my own hands, and I have, believe me, no wish to repeat that experience.
Where do you wish the shielding stacked, sir?
Well, you can just put it right over there by the core, thank you.
Hello, Alda. Does your father know you're out here?
You did tell me not to go near the ship.
Come here. Over here.
Can I be of service, sir?
Look, never mind the sir, mister, but I'm a stranger in this so-called planet. I could get a hold of some of the real stuff.
Real stuff?
Just about one jolt left.
Alcoholic
Genuine
beverages.
ancient rocket bourbon. See, well, you low-living contraption out.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing. Would 60 gallons be sufficient?
Gallons. But why should people want to kiss each other?
Oh, it's an old custom. All of the really high civilizations go in for it. As a matter of fact, you can't be in tip-top health without it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Too happy to show you.
Well, thank you very much.
This guy's a bit of a shit.
Is that all there is to it?
Well, you've sort of got to.
Lieutenant Farman,
Don't say a word, sir. I know there are a lot of pressing duties waiting for me back at the ship, and
you see, you can't run around like that in front of men, particularly not a space wolf like Farman. So for Pete's sake, go home and put on something.
So,
Should be able to wear whatever else she wants to wear.
Commander, the lieutenant and I were just trying to get a little healthy stimulation from hugging and kissing, that's all.
Competitively selected super perfect physical specimens with an average age of 24.6 who have been locked up in hyperspace for... Oh, go on, get out of here before I have to run out of the area under guard. And then I'll put more guards on the guards.
Jesus. The shithead. Or is it the planet doing it to him, maybe? Or is it some kind of influence? If not, then he's being a shithead.
Joe. What? Do you hear something?
like what?
It's like in Suspiria, you hear the witch breathing. What? shit.
Night during your watch, this ship was entered, and valuable government property was sabotaged. Pending further evidence, you're deprived of space pay and all privileges.
Ooh.
Well, me too.
I wonder, like, more equipment start to be tampered with.
Morbius is in his study, sir, never to be disturbed while that door is closed.
I'll just turn my back here.
That's the way you feel about it.
Hey, he just got rid of the guy so he could just swoop in. Maybe not as sneaky as the other guy, but maybe go back inside. Holy shit.
I'm sorry, Alda. I had to do that.
But he didn't recognize me. He would have killed me. What?
What's the matter? Doc, something new has been added.
Told you not to go in.
You'll find the household silver in the dining room and my daughter's jewelry on her dressing table. In times long past, this planet was the home of a mighty and noble race of beings, themselves the Krell. Ethically, as well as technologically, they were 1,000,000 years ahead of humankind. Long before the dawn of man's history, they had walked our Earth. Krell metal. Try your blaster there, Commander.
Maybe don't get too close.
This is just one of their laboratories. You'll notice that much of the equipment is familiar.
Something almost creepy about it, like this once world or race.
The total
Something from it might be still lingering.
The first practical result was that robot of mine, which you gentlemen appear to find so remarkable of their knowledge.
A thing like this, it's too big to evaluate. Think what a discovery of this
Dr.
kind
Morbius,
As far as I can make out, they used it to condition and test their young. I often play with it myself for relaxation. Now, you can see that this headset was designed for something much bulkier than my human cranium. Over here, you see the electromagnetic waves of my brain sending that indicator up about halfway. It's normally expected to send that all the way to the top, which by Krell standards classifies me as a low-grade moron. Yet I haven't officially...
In comparison to them, the obviously just beyond geniuses. It's kind of like a projector kind of thing.
What's that? What's happening there? That's Altera.
Simply a three-dimensional image, Commander.
Image. Just pull the switch.
Don't stop. You'd never survive. Our Bellerophon skipper tried it, and it was instantly fatal to him.
So you're immune to this too.
My first attempt at creating an image here, my brain pattern there was scarcely any larger than yours. But you can imagine my joy when I discovered that the shock had permanently doubled my intellectual capacity. Gentlemen, would you care to see...
Something you can't comprehend a lot of this stuff because it's so far advanced. Still don't trust him though. He could be working for the Krell. Maybe the Krell are still around. Oh, that would be cool, actually.
Look down, gentlemen. Are you afraid?
I would be. Oh my god.
Be sure and look only in the mirror. Man does not behold the face of the Gorgon and live.
Wouldn't one of them be tempted? If the other guy was there, he'd be tempted, I'd say.
$480 pints, as you requested.
My god.
Total.
Oh shit. That's that thing earlier that was opening up the... Oh shit, yeah.
It's strange how that fence just shorted out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Lieutenant.
Skipper, the chief's been murdered.
Quinn murdered?
Yes, he was alone, working on the monitor.
Does he have an idea what did this? Or what could have done this?
started again.
This is what he was anticipating.
37 inches by 19.
It's fantastic.
Primarily a ground animal, too. Yet this claw could only belong to an arboreal creature like for suspects.
I'd like to think the robot didn't do it. I like the robot.
Maybe you and I ought to drop over to that Krell laboratory.
I warned you while your ship was still
He
in
did.
space.
He did warn
I
you.
begged not to land on this planet. That is only a foretaste. The Bellerophon pattern is being woven again. The next attack on your party will be more deadly and general.
Bosun,
Aye, aye, sir.
I want a clear field of fire in all directions.
Aye, aye, sir.
Randall? Sir? House?
Fire!
What is it, Randall?
Sir, radar just picked up something.
Where away?
At the head of the arroyo. It's coming on again.
Straight across?
It shows here.
You know, will we see it this time?
It's still coming.
Will you hear breathing? Heavy breathing, that would be kind of creepy. What the hell is it?
Give me the blasted thing's invisible.
Oh, we're seeing something now. What the hell? Look out! Oh, fuck. Holy crap. He knows full well what's happening now.
What is it? What's the matter?
I just had a terrible dream.
Huh?
It was blood and fire and thunder and...
Doc. An invisible being that cannot be disintegrated by atomic fission. Skipper, that is a scientific impossibility.
Kel?
Hypnotic illusions don't tear people apart. That's true. There's your answer. It must have been renewing its molecular structure from one microsecond to the next. To lift off. Which makes it a gilt-edged priority that one of us gets into that Krell lab and takes that brain boost.
Who's gonna do it? Because I think that's a massive risk to do that.
I'm leaving you in command. But the second that fence starts to short again, you lift off and report back to Earth base on conditions in the sector.
I think all those soldiers will be killed when they get back.
All right. Get up.
I'll take the first go at the IQ booster. I hear you.
The doctor will do it. The situation will present itself where he'll have the opportunity to do it. Instead, he'll do it.
I am monitored to admit no one at this hour.
Ooh.
Maybe if we reasoned with him.
Quiet. Robbie. Emergency cancellation Archimedes. As if you love me, girl.
Out. Doc, will you talk some sense to this girl?
I knew it was gonna. I knew it. Called it. Opportunity presented itself. You saw him running in.
So you took the brain boost, huh? You ought to see my new mind. Morbius was too close to the problem. The Krell had completed their project. Big machine. No instrumentalities. True creation. Monsters, John. Monsters from the id. The id. Doc.
Father. He's dead.
He was warned, and now he's paid.
You wanted me to make a choice. Now you've chosen for me.
Alta.
I'm ready to go with you.
Monsters from the id.
Huh?
What, from your imagination?
Monsters from the subconscious.
Like you, the Krell forgot one deadly danger. Their own subconscious hate and lust for destruction.
So it's like they went so far with their kind of desires, or subconscious, to kind of create all these different things in their...
There it comes.
Stop it, Robbie. Don't let it in. Kill it, Robbie.
only so far you can go. I'd say one of them is going to fall off. Morbius is going to fall off that big massive walkway to merge.
Whatever you know and hear, your twin self out in the tunnel knows too.
I'm not a monster, you.
Don't have much time.
Oh, so we all have like an evil side or a bad side?
20 years ago, when your comrades voted to return to Earth, you sent your secret id out to murder them.
You thought we were threatening your little egomaniac empire.
Your subconscious sent its id monster out again.
If he dies, does that end? It would end his subconscious.
Like the crown.
He's going to kill him.
Self is at that door, and I have no power to stop it. Stop! No further! I deny you! I give you up!
Wait, it took him?
Father. Oh, Father.
Or not?
Switch. Throw it. In 24 hours, you must be 100 million miles out in space.
Going to destroy the planet?
No.
What an astrogator.
Oh, they took the robot.
A genuine privilege, Commander.
Does she want to watch this?
Yes, Altair. Your father, my shipmates, all the stored knowledge of the Krell.
Why did he make her watch it?
Will remind us that we are, after all, not God.
Okay, just got done watching Forbidden Planet, and yeah, it definitely like has its own real unique feel and tone about it. I think like first I'll just comment on the soundtrack. Very unique. This kind of strange kind of was it almost kind of like synthesizer kind of stuff. The real kind of sound effects they had in really helped create this journey you're going on with the characters and this planet, you know, really that it's its own very different from Earth. You know, you're going somewhere way different, and it does kind of capture that mood. Like there's something very strange. I also liked the visuals. I like the sets. It had that different feel, just I guess classic sci-fi. You're going to a different planet and there's something, just you're out in the vast areas of the universe, and this is different to what you're used to at Earth, you know. I like that component of it. Characters, maybe they grew on me a little bit towards the end, but early on they were really annoying me, especially how they were like, especially how they were treating Alta. Leslie Nielsen's character really annoyed me, but he was trying to get the other guy to push off so he could be with her almost, but almost kind of looking down on his behavior. But was his much? Maybe it wasn't as bad, but I don't know. It kind of rubbed me up the wrong way. The way he was going about that. But I liked the robot. He kind of had a feel of R2-D2 about him, and the way I kind of liked him. But kind of a little innocent. Although he was capable, he was very capable. Some of the scenes though I thought dragged a little, like when they went down underground and they're first kind of finding all that equipment and machinery and inventions made by the Krell. Some of it dragged there, like not for long. Like it was about a half an hour nearly. Just kind of talking about some of this equipment and trying out some of the stuff. I just think they didn't need to have that portion as long as it was. So I dragged a little there. But it was interesting how, like, I really didn't think that was going to happen, where it would kind of come down to like almost the subconscious and almost how much they could go with their imagination and their subconscious, the Krell, and how vast it was and how much they could, how advanced they were, that it almost kind of went against them and they couldn't stop it. They didn't know what they were creating and how powerful they were. They're almost too powerful for their own good. That I didn't see that coming, so I gotta tip my hat to them for that. But I think on the whole, probably uneven. I think I'd recommend it. It has a 50s charm as well, but I think some of it, yeah, kind of didn't sit too well with me. So I'm kind of, yeah, I'm not sure where. I'm kind of in the middle. Liked some of it, other aspects maybe not so much. But I'm definitely glad I checked it out though and watched it. But again, let me know in the comments, guys. Where would Forbidden Planet rank, I guess, amongst your favorite science fiction films? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on it, and maybe where you watched it for the first time, or any interesting facts or trivia, anything you want. But until next time, guys, slán go fóill.